Hello children, welcome to e-learning class. This is Namita ma'am and I am going to explain you the 6th chapter of your English literature book, Three Important Questions. It is one of the finest stories written by Leo Tolstoy. So let's discuss about the writer. Leo Tolstoy was a Russian author and one of the world's greatest novelists. War and Peace and Anna Karenina are some of his remarkable creations. Here is a story by him about the quest of a mighty king to find answers to three important questions. Will he succeed in finding the answers? Let's discuss the theme. Afterwards, we will read the chapter. In the short story, Three Important Questions, Leo Tolstoy explores the theme of wisdom, acceptance, kindness, and forgiveness. The story is about a king who wants to know the answer of the three questions so as to get enlightenment. There lived a mighty king long ago. A king once thought that he would never fail if he knew three things. 1. What the right time was to begin something. Second, which people he should take advice from. Third, how to decide what the most important thing to do was. He sent messengers throughout his kingdom. He promised to give a reward of a large sum to the person who answered his three questions. Many wise men tried their luck. They gave a number of answers. One said that the king should go by a timetable. Another said that the king should do whatever seemed him necessary at the moment. The third suggested that the king should consult wise men or magicians. Answering the second question, they gave top importance to his counselors, or to priests, or to doctors, or to soldiers. In reply to the third question, the wise men gave importance to science or fighting or religious worship. There were many different answers to all the questions, which made him dissatisfied with the answers. Then he decided to get his answers from a hermit who was known for his wisdom. The hermit who lived in the woods had never left the woods and had never met anyone but simple people. With this much information, he decided to dress up ordinarily to meet him. Before reaching his hut, the king left his horse with his bodyguard and went on alone. When he reached the hut, he saw the hermit digging the ground in front of his hut. The hermit greeted the king and continued digging. He was an old and weak man. The king asked him the answers of his three questions. However, the hermit did not answer. He just kept on digging. The king then took his spade from him and dug. The hermit thanked him. After digging two beds, the king repeated his questions. However, instead of answering him, he asked for the spade so that he could dig. But the king did not give him the spade and continued to dig. The sun set. The king stood up and asked the hermit if he would answer his questions. If not, then he would go home. Then someone came running. It was a bearded man who had pressed his hand against his stomach, from where blood was flowing. The king and the hermit treated him, and then the bleeding stopped. After regaining consciousness, the bearded man apologized to the king and explained who he was. Actually, the bearded man was the king's enemy and sought revenge from him as the king had once seized his brother's property and had put him to death. However, the king had saved his life, and so the man declared himself to be his most faithful servant. After the conversation with the bearded man was over, he went to the hermit and repeated his questions. The hermit replied that the king had got his answer already, and to clear his doubts, he gave the answers. The most important time is now. The most necessary person is the person you are with at a particular moment. And the most important business is to do that person good. The king bowed with respect as he had got the right answers to his questions and took leave of the hermit. The three questions were: what is the most important time to do anything? The answer is now. Who is the most important person to refer to? The person with you. What is the most important job to do? To do good to the person with you. I hope you all have understood this chapter. Once again, go through the chapter. Thank you very much.